שבת אחים כאן יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים כאן יחד, הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים כאן יחד, הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים כאן יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים כאן יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים כאן יחד. I lost the rabbi. Okay, we'll do another Hine Matov, different version. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov, hine Matov, la 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 la. Hine Matov, hine Matov. La 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 la. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, la 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 la. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Maybe? Hebenu shalom alechem, Hebenu shalom alechem, Hebenu shalom alechem, Hebenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem, Hebenu shalom alechem, Hebenu shalom alechem, Hebenu shalom alechem, Hebenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. One more. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael chai. 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 Od Avinu chai, Od Avinu chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu chai. Od Avinu chai, Od Avinu chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael 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 chai.
Good call, Mark. Thank you. So we are here to welcome a beautiful little boy into our community, into the covenant of the people of Israel, and to honor Micah Stephen Schwartz at this time. Now, you should know, of course, that Micah, you'll be pleased to know, already had his bris. The circumcision took place upstairs privately, so none of us had to turn away and wince and do the awkward things. So that's all done. Thanks to Cantor Greenbaum, beautifully. And so the tradition is, of course, on this 8th day of life is when we welcome him, and we begin that with his circumcision. Once the bris has happened, then we welcome him into the covenant of the people of Israel by giving him his Hebrew name along with his English name. And here we stand under this beautiful chuppah, which Daniel and Ilana stood under when they became husband and wife 5 years ago, which Ilana's siblings both were married under, as well as a cousin, and was created by Ilana's Bubby, as well as her mom, Marilyn, with the needlepoint and the panels of it beautifully as well. To celebrate Simchas, Jenna was named under this chuppah, Avi was named under this chuppah, and now it's time for us to welcome Micah under this chuppah as well. He's being escorted in a moment on this special day, as Micah is the son of Daniel and Ilana and the grandson of Marilyn Everbuck and Steve of blessed memory, and of Karen and Moti Schwartz, the brother of Jenna and Avi, the great-grandson of Malka Schwartz as well. As he's escorted by his aunt and uncle, Aunt Joelle and Uncle Aaron, who are his godparents, he's also wrapped in the tallis of his Zeta of blessed memory of Steve Averbach, as we welcome his presence into this moment in all of our lives. And we welcome Micah now with song, escorted by his aunt and uncle.
Bruchot habaot tachat kanfei hashechina bruchim habayim tachat kanfei hashechina.
One day, Micah, you'll be able to do that too. I should mention as well that Aunt Joelle and Uncle Aaron represent all the aunts and uncles who aren't here with us today, but are watching on video and are part of the bris too, and celebrate this moment and the joy of their entire family. Eloheinu v'Avotenu v'Imotenu, our God and God of our ancestors, Ilana and Daniel, have now come into your presence to voice the longings of their hearts. Give them the wisdom to teach their child to be faithful to the heritage and the household of the people of Israel, that he may grow up with the knowledge you are always near to him, guiding and sustaining him. Keep open the eyes of his spirit. He may ever be conscious of the beauty of wonder of your world. Let him learn to love the goodness that's in the human soul. He may ever nourish the goodness that's been implanted within him. Grant him health of mind and strength of body. He may enjoy fullness of years and radiance of spirit. And so, Cantor, this is Micah's new Kiddush cup that we used upstairs as well for the bris. And if you'll lead us in the Kiddush and the sweetness of life at this moment.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Amen.
Bless you, God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine, the sweetness of life. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam gomel chasadim tovim. Bless you, God, ruler of the universe, extending all love and kindness to all of God's creations. Source of life this special day, not just for Micah and his parents, but for Jenna, for Avi too. Oh, he's somewhere. As they become big sister a second time and big brother a first time, let them know that the love their parents feel for them will never fade, and that with the birth of this child, their parents have given them a friend with whom to share the journey of life. Oh, Candace walking around with that.
May we never measure how much love and encouragement we offer. May we never count the times that we forgive. Rather, may we always be grateful that we have one another and that we are able to express our love in acts of kindness. With all our heart, with all our soul, and with all our might, we pray for the continued health of our son. We pray for Micah to be strong in mind and body, to grow steadily and sturdily in a home filled with goodness, love, and joy.
We pray for Micah to become a person who greets the world with passion, courage, humility, humor, and patience. And we pray for the ability to love and nurture our son, to provide for him and to educate him, to understand him, and to allow him the freedom to grow.
We are thankful for the blessings you have bestowed upon us. We have been granted a new grandchild to love, the start of the next chapter of our family's chronicle. May our grandson grow up in health and happiness, surrounded and supported by the love of his family.
May his parents find much joy in the years that lie before them. May they raise their son with wisdom and understanding. May they teach him the ways of righteousness, leading him in the study of Torah and the practice of love and kindness.
May we know the joy of helping fulfill the best that is in him. May we know the joy of passing on to a new generation our values, our stories, and our traditions. Then our prayers will have been answered as we share in the joy of our children and grandchildren.
What's me? Marilyn, that's my part. Jewish tradition teaches us that all the generations, even those unborn, were of course at Mount Sinai, participating in the making of the covenant between God and the people of Israel. God said, I will establish my covenant between me and you and your seed after you, throughout your generations as an everlasting covenant.
As we present our child for his naming, so we bring our son into a brit, a covenant.
Through the years to come, we will try to impart the sanctuary of the Jewish tradition so that he may live his life imbued with the ideals of Torah, service, and good deeds.
There's a beautiful tradition that says that every person has three names: the one chosen by his father and mother, the one that others will call him, and the one that he gets when the cell phone comes to him. Sorry. And the one that he acquires for himself. In acquiring, Micah, your own name and your own identity, may you be inspired by the covenant which you've been entered into today and by the many great qualities of three very, very special individuals: your uncle, your Zeta, and your great-grandfather for whom you are named. We asked Daniel and Ilana to share with us stories about the names and the people who they've chosen to be honored by their son.
Micah, you are being given two first names after my oldest brother, Elon, who is someone who I always looked up to and wanted to be like. And I hope that by giving you your names, you will acquire some of his great qualities. One of the things that I admired most about Elon was how he lived his life. He taught me that it didn't matter what others thought, but that I should be proud of who I am and do the things that I want. He taught me to stand up for myself and to not let bad things happen to the people around me. He did that by living his life that way, and by doing that, he was a great role model for those around him. Elon was fiercely loyal to his friends, his community, and to the people around him. Whenever I was with them, wherever I would go, people would talk about the way that he was there for them and how he helped them. In fact, because of that impact, there are 3 other children out there who I know about who also have the name Elon as part of theirs. Elon was intelligent. He read a lot and was aware of what was going on in our world. He liked to have discussions of depth and would debate with people, not because he wanted to be right, but so that he could gain knowledge from their perspective. He loved learning, not so much in school, but from everyday life, which is probably why he enjoyed traveling, because he had a chance to see places that he had read about and would learn from the people who he talked to. Your uncle Elon had some amazing adventures, from hopping trains and riding across the country to his more relaxing trips with Aunt Jo. He saw places in his life that few eyes will ever get to enjoy and experience. And I hope that you too develop that adventurous and curious side, and that you bring us along with you. Elon had a way with words, and when he put his thoughts and words together, even if it contained a few curse words, or more his style, a lot of curse words, through the beauty of what he wrote, he was able to bring more light into a sometimes dark world. Ilan was creative, artistic, and he had the incredible talent of being able to pick up an instrument and master it. He was a great uncle. Ilan loved visiting and spending time with his nephews and nieces. He wasn't one who wore a smile on his face. In fact, as I made him pose for pictures, you could tell they weren't natural. But when he was with your big brother and sister, with Jenna and Avi, or with your cousins Benjamin, Anna, or Lily, there was a smile plastered on his face and a special twinkle in his eye. You could see that twinkle in his eye when he talked about his dogs, too. He had a love for them, which is how he acquired the nickname Mutt, because he always had a dog at his side and worked to take care of animals that needed his help. And so your name, Micah, is for Mutt, and your Hebrew name, Ilan, will be for Ilan. May his great qualities be passed on to you, and may his life and his memory inspire you just as they have inspired me.
Hi.
Mine's going to have a lot more tears. Okay. Micah.
Your middle name is Stephen. Your middle name is Stephen. Your middle name is Stephen. No, I didn't just repeat that myself because of an error. I find myself repeating those words multiple times a day because I still cannot believe that you having a middle name Stephen is a possibility. Micah Stephen, your middle name is named after your Zeta, leader of Team Zeta, Zeta extraordinaire, Zeta the phone man, Zeta the okay, you can have one more piece of candy, but shh, don't tell anybody. Zeta, the man who would do anything for his family. Zeta, the biggest fighter we know, who passed away exactly 2 weeks and 1 day before you were born. Oh, Micah, your Zeta wanted to meet you so badly. He fought so hard, but was fortunate to learn you were a boy and your given name right before he passed. He was so honored that you would be joining this world in his memory. Your Zeta was full of laughter, kindness, strength, and pride. A man who showed his family and those around him how to honor his parents, to protect his sisters, how to live dedicated to his wife, how to support his children, and truly, how to love his grandchildren. I could go on, but most of you recently already heard all the goodness in your namesake. Micah, we hope you grow up feeling as though you knew your Zeta through everyone's stories and continue to thrive and behold all your Zeta's wonderful qualities. Your Hebrew name, Reuven, is in memory of your great-grandpa Bob. Grandpa Bob had so many talents in his long 91 years of life. Extremely athletic, world master of pretty much every subject, the power to be always right, and the only human on this planet that can make a coin pee. If you were confused, just ask me. He taught me the skill before I had my bat mitzvah. It's really true. It does happen. Grandpa Bob was proud to be Jewish and raising his family with the right values. Micah, be confident in who you are. Soak in everything around you so you can know what's right and wrong. Practice everything so you can learn what you are passionate about. Study hard so you can understand life, on the street and in the books. And always stick your head up high and be proud of who you are. Be like your great-grandpa Bob, Micah. Be tough, be strong, and be you.
So, may Micah's name, may Micah, Stephen, Ilan, Reuven, Ben Arav, Daniel, Aaron, Vachava, always be a name that's honored. As you both beautifully shared, so do we hope for those qualities to be imbued within your son. So do we appreciate the beauty of those three lives. I think it goes without saying, because everyone in the sanctuary today has been a part of your family's world on some level. And we know how life has sort of put you guys through the ringer the past 2 years. And there's been a lot of challenges and difficult loss. But the newness of life is sort of that affirmation that we have. The beauty of what your son Micah can be and what he already is. And holding those names, yes, Grandpa Bob's, but especially Elon's and Steve's, so close to heart, that we get to talk about them in his presence, that we get to tell him about these three special individuals, that we get to honor them with his life as he will honor them with his own. So, it's a tough audience. But the one thing we didn't talk about was how lucky Micah is to have such wonderful family standing with him right now as well. Parents who truly adore him already, as they do Jenna and Avi too, no matter what. But parents who have such commitment to one another and to each other's families, who understand what you do for another individual and care so deeply for family and really for humanity, who understand what it means to go out of your way for another person without thinking about it a split second, to help and to be a part of a community. And so we celebrate life by being here now, by being here together and by being under this chuppah which you began your journey on. How many times have you stood together on this bima? Yes, Ilana, you've watched Daniel working on the bima, but think of all the blessings you've had together on the bima. And for so many of us watching the two of you on the bima, we get to continue in that journey as well. So one more moment of joy now that we understand and appreciate and celebrate with you. And so we say on this day, the 10th of Elul, in the year 5779, in the midst of all of us present, we give this child, Micah Stephen Schwartz, his Hebrew name, and from this day until forever may he be known among the people of Israel. Ilan, Reuven, Ben Harav, Daniel, Aharon, Vechava. May it be a name that brings honor to your family, to himself, and among our people. Ilan, strength, oak tree, part of that. Micah, the prophet, whose words are on the walls behind us about what our mission is in life. Reuven, one of the tribes of Israel, one of the first of our people, whose name reminds us of what it means to stand strong. May he have that with the sensitivity, compassion, and love that both of his parents exude. That his three grandparents who surround him, his four grandparents that are a part of his life always as well. As we say together, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'achiyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu la'azman hazeh. Blessed are you, God, ruler of the universe, who has given us life, sustained us, and brought us to this moment together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'achiyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu la'azman
Moment will conclude our service, but we have a certificate here. This is Micah Stephen Schwartz, the son of Ilana and Rabbi Daniel, have been blessed, and he's been given his Hebrew name now, Ilan Reuven. And so what we're going to ask of this certificate is that, a tradition that Shir Shalom we like, is that all of you will sign the back of this. which means you automatically get a bar mitzvah invitation in 13 years, so that he will know who was a part of this day and celebrate that as well. So we're going to ask the grandparents to sign the top first, and Cantor, you sign with me here in the front, as we'll put this outside there, and we all can be a part of that too. But I'm going to ask baby Micah to come forward. Ask God to bless you with everything good and sweet. Micah, may God bless you. May God protect you. Micah, Stephen, may God's light shine upon you and shine through you. Yohan, Reuven, Micah, Stephen, may God always be a part of who you are. Give you all your gifts. May you always be this peaceful, with this perspective of our world, of our life. May you have so much blessing, the love of grandparents who stand with you on this day, of your parents, your community, aunts and uncles who already adore you. May you have that nachas from kinder. May you feel that what your parents feel at this moment. May you have gezind health, so you grow strong and you help our world as you help others. May you have parnasa, success in anything you do, whatever you decide that is. May you set your own path. May you mark your own way in this world, as your namesakes truly did as well. May you be blessed with shalom, with peace in your heart, your mind. May you, little one, help bring more peace into our world. We all say,
Amen. Beautiful boy. Mazel tov. Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, Elanu. Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, Elanu, 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 Olechol Yisrael, Elanu, Elanu, Olechol Yisrael. Simen tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and simen tov, simen tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and simen tov, simen tov and mazel tov and
Mazel tov and simen tov, yeah. Like we said, we'll put that certificate out in the lobby when we're having a nosh. You can all sign that, please, adults and children alike. And the Schwartzes would like me to let you all know you're invited to join us now in the lobby for a little nosh in honor of this beautiful baby boy. Mazel tov, everyone. Leslie. Leslie Moskowitz. Leslie Moskowitz. Leslie Moskowitz, you're needed on the bema. She never listens to me. Hey, Fuad. Yeah. Oh, your wife was asking. So I want you to sign it now.